Hey, I'm Spencer with Energeticcity.ca, and this is the Community Roundup, which is sponsored by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. And right now, I'm at the Peace Gallery North, and I'm super pumped because I get to talk to Sandy Trout. Behind us is a piece of art that she did for the Flying Colors Artist Choice, I believe it is called,
that's
exhibit.
Right. Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about this painting?
Oh, all right. Well, it's about paintbrush. I took the reference photo not far from my house. We have a little pond in the back, and in order to get the perspective I wanted, I had to lie down on my stomach. And actually, it took me quite a while to do that. I painted a little here and there, and it's a rather complicated bit. I don't like to paint in a real photorealistic way, and so, I don't outline every leaf and all that, but it was really fun to do. Mainly, I think, because of the colors.
Yeah, there's quite a lot. Like even like just looking at the sky part here, I like the blend of like the pink and the blue, but also like the the natural like earth tones to it.
Oh, thank you.
It's awesome. So how long have you been painting, Sandy?
Oh, I think I began around 2006.
Okay, so a while.
Yeah, I had a long teaching career, and most of my art was done with children, which I absolutely loved. But after I retired, I decided this was time for me. And so, yeah, so I'm fairly prolific. I get a lot of joy from it, and also from the art community. It's such a wonderful, inspiring, and active, open and friendly group.
It's very invigorating.
Yeah,
every time I talk to an artist, I'm just like, for the rest of the day,
oh, that's great.
Feeling pretty great about myself and also just art in general.
Yeah.
Flying Colors, can you tell me a little bit about that group? Obviously, like they're also fairly prolific in the community.
Oh, very much.
But can you tell me a little bit about kind of the making of this show and the group?
About the making of the group?
Yeah, sure.
There was quite an active art group when I first moved to Fort St. John. And, I don't know, around the end of the 1990s, it kind of fizzled out. I think a lot of people moved away, and some people passed away. Okay. And we had a few years where not too much was going on. And when I retired, I decided I wanted to learn, so I started bringing workshops in, and we had a lot of attendance at these first workshops. And I guess it was one day in about 2006, we wondered whether it was time to start another formal group. Formal in the fact that we called ourselves, gave ourselves a name, but informal in the fact that we just wanted to learn and share with each other and kind of build a welcoming art community.
And kind of starting from there and now, how do you think that's gone?
It's I don't think I could say enough wonderful, praiseworthy words, because everybody who comes is kind of like-minded. It's a very open, welcoming group, and there's a real keen interest in learning, and there's also a lot of giving back. I think anybody who comes could find somebody to ask a question of, who would be more than willing to share. And I think that's one of the best things about the group.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to add, about the show or anything like that before I let you go?
Well, it was pretty exciting when we found out there was going to be an Artist Choice show, and it was kind of a fairly last-minute invitation, which was exciting, and the fact that everybody's out there working away all the time. We just knew that this group of artists could bring in and put something together. And we all enjoy seeing each other's new works. And looking around, I'm really pleased at the showing.
Yeah, it is fantastic.
Yeah.
There's some really great pieces of art here. When it's, just out of my own curiosity, is it, when you say Artist Choice, is it essentially like you submit a piece and then they pick the best ones? Or is it you get invited as an artist and you pick the piece that you submit?
Yeah, this is an unthemed show.
Right, okay.
So we often do things around a theme. This means, hey, everybody bring your favorite things, or you choose this time. There's no boundaries.
Gotcha.
And that's really fun. We don't have that opportunity very often. And so it gives us a chance to see things that we might not have seen otherwise from each other.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. There's a little bit of everything. There's sculptures. There's
Yeah.
some clothing behind you.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So we're all grateful to Jacqueline for coming up with this idea. It's very fun, and I should mention that all of our artists, our community, we're very happy to have Jacqueline here in Fort St. John at Peace Gallery North.
She is very fantastic
Yes,
at what
she
she
is.
does, which is a really great way to introduce her if there's nothing else for you to add.
Oh, this is great. Over to Jacqueline.
All right.
Thank you.
Here she comes, the lady of the hour. I know. It's quite praise, a lot of high praise, and very worthy. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So I went on your Facebook, but not your personal one, the gallery one, and I saw that there's going to be an art auction shortly, and I remember you and I chatting about it a little bit. So do you want to maybe give me the 411, the scoop, if you will?
Yeah, I can give you the scoop on it.
Right, awesome.
So we have the annual art auction coming back after a hiatus, and I know that the entire art community, I think maybe the community in Fort St. John as well, seems to be quite excited about this coming back. So it's going to be on Saturday, October 22nd, and it starts at 5:30, and it'll probably run to, about 11. We'll see how the night goes. Basically, the beginning of the evening will start out with a welcome, a silent auction. We're going to have a 50-50 raffle, as well as some really beautiful live music. Eventually, we'll move into a catered dinner. Of course, there'll be a bar for the evening as well. After dinner, we will have the live auction, and then once the live auction wraps, we'll just have some time for drinks and social. Yeah.
Sounds like a very fun evening. For the auction, what are you trying to raise? Are you trying to raise money for a specific cause, or?
Yes, so the auction is in support of the gallery. It's in support of the artists that we represent and provide space to work out of. And we also have a free after-school kids program during the school year. So we're fundraising so that we can continue to provide that option for the community as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure we'll chat a little bit more about it kind of as it comes closer, because I believe it's in October.
Yes.
So, keep your ears peeled for that one. That's a fun mixing of metaphors that I did not enjoy. But anyway, keep your ear to the ground. There you go. A little bit better than peeled, but it is what it is. Sunburn, man. Anyway, thank you so much for having me and letting me mix metaphors in your space. Anytime, I guess.
It's an art gallery, so there's creative freedom.
Oh, that's not art. Anyway, well, thank you so much, and thank you to Sandy, who's off enjoying the other pieces of artwork, which you should do as well. How much longer is this show going to be running?
So this show is on until Saturday, September the 3rd, so people have a few more weeks to come down and enjoy it, and it is such a beautiful show. I highly recommend coming to see these pieces in person.
Absolutely. I know we say that about every show, but every show is beautiful, and you should come look at it. It's a really great, like I say, it's not just painting, it's not just artworks about this, it's a little bit of everything. So it's like everything, there's not a kitchen sink that I could see, but everything else is there. So definitely come check it out. It's definitely worth seeing, especially just to see this one.
Oh.
And I'm not saying that because the person who painted it is looking at me. Anyway, this has been the Community Roundup, which is sponsored by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. I'm Spencer. This has been Jacqueline and Sandy. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure you come and see the show, and definitely swing by the art auction. It sounds like a lot of fun.